Hey, what's up, guys? I just wanted to check in with you, see how you were doing. I wanted to go ahead and make another video so that you can go ahead and hopefully get something from it. I hope everything's been well. I hope you had a great Mother's Day. Today is Wednesday, the 15th, and it's a little after 2 o'clock right now. And pretty much I just want to share some information with you, but before I do that, I just want to kind of stretch a little bit and step outside. I do have my phone on, and it's very flexible for me to just kind of get out here and check out this beautiful weather. You see, I live in Florida, and I'm very blessed to be here. So come check out the beautiful weather with me. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to slip on my flip-flops real quick. Here we go. Cool. So don't worry, I won't make this video too long, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share some information with you about some knowledge here. And before we get all into it, I just kind of want to just relax and get my mind right and everything here, because it's all about enjoying the moment, right? So here we are. We're here in Florida, beautiful Florida, and it's just great. I mean, just look up at the sky. It's just a couple of clouds there. It's not that many. And we got our nice beautiful trees and the plants and the insects, and it's just real nice. So don't worry, I'm not going to take up too much of your time here, but I am going to give you something of value. So if you do have a pen or pad, you may want to write some things down that you may hear, because if you have any aha moments, if you have any realizations about something that I share with you to help you get through whatever it is that you're trying to get through, whether it's to make more money, whether it's to have a better relationship, whatever it is that you want to achieve, then this information may be able to help you out. So I'm just going to just have a conversation with you, if that's all right. Is that all right if I just have a conversation with you? I find that inspiring conversations can do so much, and what I learned about what inspiring is that inspiring is awakening a viewpoint that thought that something that seemed impossible now becomes possible. It can be done. And it's great to have inspiration every day. If you can get that, I highly recommend that you plug into something that can give you inspiration. If it's tuning into these videos and watching them as I post them, tune into them, watch them as I post them. I'm going to do my best to give you the best possible value of things that I've learned from the books that I've read and the people that I learned from my mentors and the experiences that I've gone through, so that you can go ahead and get to wherever it is that you're trying to go through. Learn from my mistakes, right? And learn from other people's mistakes, and take those lessons and then apply them as quickly as possible. There's a concept called speed of implementation. So how fast can you implement something once you learn it? And with this knowledge, I want you to know also this real quick, is that John Quincy Adams, he said, patience and perseverance has a magical effect before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish. A little knowledge that acts is worth infinitely more than much knowledge that is idle. So a little knowledge that acts is worth infinitely more than much knowledge that is idle. So what I want to talk to you about is what I talked last night. I gave a speech. It was about a 20-minute long speech at a Toastmasters club, and I was sharing with them something that I find so valuable. I was talking about perspective, and what that really does for an individual. It really does come down to, how do you look at something? What's your viewpoint? What's your perspective? How are you looking at becoming whatever it is that you want to become? How do you look at it? Do you just think that, okay, I'm going to be this, and then for some reason you still haven't done it yet? You still aren't that yet? Why is that? Maybe you're looking at it in a way that isn't congruent, isn't compatible with aligning yourself to becoming exactly what you can become. Because I want to be the first person, if someone has not told you, that you can have, be, and do what you want. You can do that. That is definitely possible. It is not impossible. Okay? So, perspective. How do you view something? There's a story about LeBron James, and for those who don't know who he is, he's an NBA basketball player, 6'8", gigantic beast, right? And right out of high school, he got drafted into the NBA, and he played for a team in Cleveland. And before he came on that team sucked. And when he got on the team started to improve. The team got better. And as the seasons went by, he finally made it to the playoffs, something that they haven't done in a while. Then they finally made it to the finals. But they didn't win a championship. And I think after about 9 or so long seasons of playing for the team and not coming through with that championship, he made the decision that he was going to be, a free agent, and he decided to go down to play for the Miami Heat. So here he is playing for the Miami Heat. 10 seasons into the game, he's now joined a heavy hitter crew. He has some of the best players in the world on this one team. And this particular season, they were favored to win, right? So they make it all the way up to the playoffs. Make it all the way up to the final game. And they're playing against the Dallas Mavericks. And what happens in this particular series is, the Heat were favored to win, and they end up coming short. They didn't win. Another championship gone, slipped out of his fingers. And I'm referring to LeBron James, though it was a team effort. I'm just using his as an example, okay, to prove a point. So the following season, the Heat go back to the finals and they win. So what happened? Well, I'll tell you this. For those who know who LeBron James is, you kind of understand that the media was all up in his grill. They were all up in his face, telling him, all this garbage and trash, and feeding him all this negativity inside of his mind, shaping his perspective, shaping his attitude. And he couldn't come out with a win. So what had to happen was there was an interview that I read. I walked into a store and I picked up this magazine, and the writer was interviewing the coach. And the coach was telling the writer about the difference between the season before and the season when they actually won the championship. And he said something remarkable that hit me like a ton of bricks when I read it. He said that the difference for what took LeBron James from being a great basketball player to becoming a champion was that it required a change of perspective rather than an increase of effort. So what are you doing? How many times have you been doing something over and over and over again, putting all your effort and all your energy, all this stuff into it, expecting that you're going to come out as a champion? And it just hasn't happened for you yet. And you're just hoping and praying that this thing will finally work. But it doesn't. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you want something bad enough, you can absolutely have it. But I want you to consider this. How are you looking at it? How are you viewing it? How is it really, becoming a part of your everyday life? And when I say that, how are you being it before you actually experience it? What does it feel like to be that? What does it feel like to have more money in your pocket, more money coming in every day? What does that feel like? I want you to take all the senses. How would you walk? How would you talk? How would you listen to people? How would you sleep? How would you interact with everything that you interact with? And I want you to shift your perspective to that feeling of that. And then I want you to condition yourself as long as you possibly can to live in that feeling of having it, right? Because what's happening is that if you have the wrong perspective, you're going to attract everything into your life and experiences, the people, the places, the events, all of it, to give you the same results that is inside of here based off your perspective. But if you can align yourself to a perspective that can give you that championship, that can give you exactly what you're looking for, then you, my friend, can absolutely have, be, and do what you so truly desire. You see, the Wright brothers, when they decided to invent that airplane of theirs quite some time ago, and if the majority of the people said there's no way that you could possibly put this piece of machinery and fly it across the sky, there's no way that you can do that. The masses, their perspective, they thought one way. So that's what gave them the result in their thinking that it couldn't be done. But the Wright brothers, on the other hand, decided, hey, you know what? We're going to do whatever it takes to do it. And we're going to shift our perspective so that we can experience it. And today, I mean, we have airplanes all over. I mean, I wish there was an airplane here for you to see, but there isn't one right now. But that's okay. You know that airplanes exist today, right? And that just goes to show you that it's all about how you look at something. That's what it comes back down to. That's what it comes back down to. So I'm going to challenge you today, right now. I want you to envision yourself and feel what it feels like to be in a situation that you would like to be in. Regardless, we're not talking about just money. I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about your relationship status. I'm talking about your recreational activities that you do. If you want to travel somewhere, if you want to be the best husband, the best wife, the best daughter, the best son, the best community server that you can possibly be, I challenge you to envision yourself and just be that. Feel what it feels like, right? And allow yourself to operate through that perspective, right? And as you operate through that perspective, you will be that exactly. I'm telling you, just try it out. If you don't believe me, well, you know what? That's totally up to you. This video is here just to impart a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of wisdom on some things that I've learned, and I just wanted to share that with you. So, anyways, you know what I'm about. I'm not here to try to convince you or sell you or chase you down as far as joining what I'm doing already with Empower Network. You already know what it is, you see. To be able to enjoy a Wednesday afternoon on a beautiful day in Florida and just have a conversation with you, this is what I live for. And I have something in place that can pay me residually every day. And I have other businesses also, but I'm not going to get into that. That's not what this is about. What this is about is shifting your perspective so that you can live through that perspective. So this is Cam Legend. You know what it is. Talk to you soon. Take care.